Hey everybody, Mr. Bone here, and we are working on week 6, May 11 to 15. And just hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope you guys all did something nice for your mothers. It was cruddy weather, but maybe at least you were able to do something for mom. We did some takeout, and by the time I got to our house, it wasn't very good. So, not so happy on the takeout. Anyway, week 6. What are we doing this week? Well, you're going to do 3 things. Are you ready? Check Skyward for missing work. And that can be missing work going all the way back to January 22nd. Once again, third marking period is the only marking period that we're doing in this semester. So it's going to go from January 22nd all the way to June 5th. There is no fourth marking period. So anything that we've done during that time is fair game for you to retake, redo, fix up, blah, blah, blah. So you can get those things done. But really, I'm talking mostly about the Edgenuity activities that we've been doing. Make sure you get those done, caught up. Email me anything that you get done so that I can go back and check the grades and put them in and all that good stuff. We are going to be taking a closer look at grades and trying to figure out what to do. I have heard that we're going to be doing some sort of special summer school at the end of the summer for students who aren't getting, who aren't passing this online stuff. I don't know anything more than what that means. That's all I know. So there's going to be something that happens if we aren't getting some good grades for this part. So make sure you are getting good grades. It's going to be way easier for you to do this stuff than it is for anything else we come up with. So if most of your teachers are figuring something around 15 or 20 minutes a day, and so what if you did an hour a day? Yeah, that could be a lot per class. That could be 4 hours altogether because you have 4 core classes. But if you end up doing this special summer school, you could end up doing way more than that on top of it. So get this stuff done. Get it figured out. All your teachers are available to ask questions and get help and all that kind of stuff. So use us. Email us. Ask us what you need to know, and we'll help you out. So get that stuff done. Next, you're going to look at this week's activity. And again, it's nothing that's brand new. It is some stuff that we touched on in 6th grade. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. And then thirdly, enjoy the weather quickly. Now, I was just outside, and it's not all that nice out yet. It is cold, but it's not raining. So we have a couple of days of no rain. So if you're going to do something outside, if you like doing something outside, you probably have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to get that done. Thursday, Friday are going to be wet, a little bit warmer, but still raining. So one of the things we're going to talk about is time management in a little bit. All right. So we'll talk about that. So what are we working on this week? We're working on economic indicators. Some of you may remember some of those words from 6th grade. We talked about developed countries versus developing countries in 6th grade. And that's going to be the main point of what you're doing today. Again, why we retouch on it? Because if you get a little bit of it last year, you get a little more of it this year. Hopefully those things build in your brain because you're all more developed this year than you were last year in the brain department. So hopefully these things stick with you a little bit. So that's what you're working on this week. Again, fairly short, simple stuff. Remember, though, keep up the good work. A lot of you are doing some really awesome things, and keep that up. If you aren't feeling like you're doing awesome things, turn it around. There's no reason why you can't turn it around. I've had a couple people contact me like it's too late, like they're too far gone, and I'm just going to tell you, it's not. You're not too far gone. We're a little over half of the way through this COVID process, so that doesn't mean it's too late. Like I said, put a little more time in every day. I'm sorry, if I'm not saying that you just sat around and enjoyed the first 6 weeks. a lot of you had some pretty serious things going on in your lives, and you didn't get a chance to do the work. And that's not fun, and it's not great, and it doesn't mean that you were being lazy or anything else. But if there are consequences if we don't get it done, and we don't want to go down that road. So just try to get it done. Others of you did just sit around and do nothing for the first 6 weeks, and you really do need to get things done. So, keep up the good work if you're doing the good work. If you're not doing the good work, start doing the good work. It's easy as that. Manage your time. This is going to be a time that I think we'll all look back on and say that this is when you either learned how to manage your time or you fell apart managing your time. Even I don't just get up whenever I feel like getting up. I set my alarm every weekday. I get up at a certain time every weekday, which then kind of forces me to go to bed at a certain time every weekday. Otherwise, my clock would flip-flop just like yours would like to. I would stay up till 4 in the morning, and I'd sleep till 10 or 11, 12 o'clock, and then not get much of anything done. So don't let yourself do that. Yeah, I know that we don't have to report at 8 o'clock in the morning to get to school, but kind of pretend you do. Now, I set my alarm an hour later than what I would if I were going to real school, but I don't have to get ready and drive to work and all that good stuff. So I'm actually still at work sooner than I would be if I was going to real school. So you don't have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, but still set an alarm so that you're getting up and doing something and not sleeping half the day away and then complaining because you can't get anything done, blah, blah, blah. So manage your time. Don't forget to allow time for work and for fun. No complete human being is worth anything to anyone unless you've got both of those things. So, yeah, we do need to get work done. I schedule stuff. I've got my to-do list. I check things off. I've got 3 things checked off this morning already of what I've done. It's a long list, but I'm getting there. And once I get my list done, then I can go have fun, do whatever I want to do the rest of the day. I don't have to worry about it. So work and fun. Make sure you're doing both. And don't forget, 4 weeks to go until we can get to some sort of unusual COVID summer of some kind. But at least you won't have to worry about school, most of you. There is going to be some sort of regular summer school for those who did not pass first semester. That will look much more like the normal summer school that I do. It will be on Edgenuity. You get, to look forward to that. And it will be at home. So you're not going to report to the library during the summer and all that like we always have. You'll still have to do it from home. You may need to check in at certain times or something like that. We're not exactly positive how it's going to work yet, but I had some questions on it. So yes, there will be a normal summer school for those of you who needed it for first semester. For those of you who are not doing so well this semester with the online stuff, it sounds like there will be a special summer school for you at the end of the summer. So some of you could end up spending your whole summer in summer school. Wouldn't that be a lot of fun? So get your stuff done. All right. And I will see you guys later. Some of you I'm going to see in about an hour and a half at the Google Meet. Others I won't, and that's fine. They are absolutely not mandatory. And we usually just sit around and talk about whatever for the day. It's nothing that has to do necessarily with school. And other than that, I will see you guys next week in the